So you know, like put America's Finch, like right here? Cool.
Once upon a time, let's see if I remember. Back in January. Nah, chill, it was December. True, cause that's when L started his bid.
All my friends are rats. I don't know what it's like to have like people friends. I don't really know how to do that. So I live in the subways in the cities with these guys 10, 15 years. And high school days, I'm like, yeah, I gotta kind of see the other world. I grow up and I start scurrying around up top a little bit.
I'm gonna need more wine for this. I started dating Finch when I was 17. We used to play hide and squeak together, you know. I thought I could get past the fact that he was raised by rats. I mean, I thought it was different. Then high school, we tried Gouda cheese for the first time.
Playing swell, you know me well enough to tell. 5 steps you're over. Quick cut, make you move to this.
So tell me about your addiction to cheese. That's really not your business.
So, in my high school days, I scurry around up here a little bit. I see this book, Mole People, by Jennifer Toth.
Yeah, the snake, the rat, the cat, the dog, how you gonna see him if you living in the fog, The snake, the rat, the cat, the dog, how you gonna see him if you living in the fog, The snake, the rat, the cat, the dog, how you gonna see him if you living in the fog,
There's these mole people living in the subway stations in New York City. Quite fascinating culture. These people, they're able to survive for multiple years in the deep, dark areas of these subway stations. There's really no maps of any of these subway stations, so people don't even really understand where they are. But somehow they find these abandoned areas where there's restrooms, there's electricity, there's water, and it's mind-blowing. 1991, an unofficial report said there was around 6,000 mole people alone in Grand Central Station and Penn Station. I think it's now closer to 15,000. But again, it's all unofficial because there's no record of these people. They go down, they do their drugs, they hide out, and they survive.
He told me I was Ellen, and don't call cause he don't hang with derelicts. Broke with no cash, yo, I was in the mix.
To tell you a little bit about my background, in high school I did a report thesis on these mole people, where I actually went to the edges of where these people live, the mole people. I met this guy, Chuck, really interesting guy. He actually survived there for multiple years, almost eight years, which is shocking because the majority of these people live 2 to 5 years. But this Chuck guy, he actually made it out of becoming a mole people into running his own franchise, as you know, as Chuck E. Cheese.
So tell me about Chuck. Chucky. I mean, Finch would fucking kill me if he knew about this. But I mean, he treated me well, I mean, there's mice and then there's rats, like Chucky.
I thought we weren't going to talk about Chuck. What'd you say? Chuck and Jane.
Yeah,
Chuck Cheese. Charles Cheese and Jane Fondue. This interview's done.
very interesting. I find the mole people, when talking to Chuck and his people, they find, you know, they have their food, they find warmth, but graffiti is a big part of their culture and what keeps them going. They find some type of hominess with being able to tag, you know, various things throughout the city, and in the subway. They're able to express themselves and probably also huff the paint at times.
Really didn't want to talk about Chuck here. Really didn't want to talk about Chuck. So Chuck and Jane, huh? Well, Chuck was a real ball buster back in the day, man. Let me tell you, this guy, he was down there. He was down there for years, just like me. Hated it. And he just sold himself out to the people above. Bullshit. And man, I can't even talk about this. Let me see if this guy's got any fucking hooch in here. Yep, sure does. So Chuck didn't like drinking. I don't know why he's on Jane.
Get out of here, Swift!
Jesus. So I thought since Nigel's place had a little better lighting than mine, we could use his, but apparently he's still an asshole. So where was I? Chuck. Yeah, Chuck. You mind if I take a little lip real quick? Alright. Chuck and Nigel, they started their little stage show, their little dog and pony show with the food and the pizzas, and they left me down there to rot. I'm not bitter. I'm just up here to tell everybody how it is. Jennifer Toth, fraud. We're not mole people, we're rat people. Only rats, no moles, moles for your face. Chuck. Nigel, yeah, he means well, but he's a dork and doesn't know what he's talking about. He's never been in the sewers in his life. He's never been in the subway. He's never taken the subway once in his whole life. I know it. This has nothing to do with him kicking me out of his house for this interview. So basically, I just want to set the record straight and let everybody know, don't be scared, but also don't come down there. We don't want you there. Thanks.
Ice age heat wave, can't complain. If the world's at large, why should I remain? Walked away to another planet, gonna find another place, maybe one I can stand. I move on to another day, to a whole new town with a whole new way. Went to the porch to have a thought, got to the door and again I couldn't stop. You don't know where and you don't know when, but you still got your words and you've got your friends. Walking on to another day, work a little harder, work another way. Well, baby, I ain't got no plan. I'll float on, maybe would you understand? Gonna float on, maybe would you understand? Well, I'll float
I meet this girl,
maybe would you understand?
Susie Fondu. It's a long name. I always fuck her name up.
It's in the city. I don't know what I was gonna say.
I don't know. I got a little cheese, yeah.
I thought you spit it out.
No, I have a whip of cheese and I'm selling this bit.
Might not be a lot, but I feel like I'm making the most.
No.
longer and the nights smell green. I guess it's not surprising, but it's spring and I should leave.